In this lesson, we are going to load products from the database. Currently, in the home page, we load the products from data.products in data.ts. They are static, and we're gonna make it dynamic from the MongoDB database that we created in previous lesson. Let us start by creating product service. Here, we're gonna define some functions to load data from database. Go to Live folder, create a new folder for services. Inside that, create a new file, set the name to product service.ts. In this file, import cache from React package. We use cache to cache the database query result and prevent multiple hitting database. Then export const revalidate to 3600. By setting revalidate, the cache value will be updated at most every hour. Then define the first function. It is getLatest, and wrap an async function in cache function from React. The returned value inside this async function will be cached by React. In this function, connect to the database using dbconnect. Import it from Live folder like this. Then call find method on product model like this, and sort based on the ID descending. So we're gonna get the latest product first. And by calling limit 4, we get the first 4 documents in the product collection, and use a len to convert result to plain JavaScript object. At the end, return products as products array. Import product from Live folder. Save the code. At the end, define product service as an object that contains getLatest function. Then export default product service. Save the code, go back to the plan, and here it's time to define getFeaturedProduct. Right after getLatest, define getFeatured. They are very similar to each other, but the point is, in the find method, we pass the criteria is featured true. So it returns only featured product for us. Because we're gonna show only 3 items in the carousel for featured product, I can call limit 3 and call len to convert the result to plain JavaScript object. Save the code, put getFeatured in the product service list. The last function in product service is getBySlug. We're gonna get products by slug. I need to define slug as parameter of type string, connect to the database, and call find1 from Mongoose and pass the slug as parameter to this function. Then call len and return product as product object. Here I can return this as product object to the getFeatured. Don't forget to export getBySlug in product service. Save the code, and let's go for the next step. It's in the home page in /app/front/page.tsx. Before going for making data dynamic, I'm gonna set the metadata and change the title and description based on the value in the .env file. So we can make the website name and description dynamic based on the value in the .env file. Import metadata from next, and then in the .env file, define next public app name to whatever you like. Here in my case, it is next Amazona V2. You can set the e-commerce website name. If you didn't set these values, the default value will be used. It's time to get latest product and featured product from the product service. Make the function async, and inside this function, call product service, getFeatured, and product service getLatest, and put the result inside featured products and latest products. Import product service from services folder, and then it's time to use the result in the return section. For featured product, define a div, use carousel from Daisy UI, make it rounded, set margin top to 4 and make it full width. Inside div, create a JSX expression like this. For featured product, call map function and get the product and index. Then define a div, set the key to the ID of product to make it unique, and set the ID of this div to a slide dash index. For the first product is gonna be slide 0, second product slide 2, and etc. Set the class name to carousel item, make it relative and full width. Inside that, define a link, import it from next/link, and set the href to /product/slug of product. Put an image element here, set the source of image to product.banner, and set class name to width full to make it full width, and alternative text to product.name. To get rid of this warning, click on quick fix and disable no image element for the entire file. By having this, there is no warning in this line. Save the code. Here we have carousel, but it doesn't have arrows to switch between images. To create arrow button to navigate between slide images, define a div and set class name to this. Then inside that, define two anchor. The first anchor is for left button and second one for right button. Set the href to the slide, and the value after slide dash is based on the index. If we are on the first image, when user click on the left arrow, we need to show the last image. Otherwise, we need to decrease the index by 1. Very similar logic applies to the right button. And here is the result. We can switch between images. Great, that's it about the carousel. Let's close it and go for the latest product. Instead of getting from static data, I'm going to get latest product from the database. Save the code, and there we are. The products here are dynamic from the database. Click on it. In this page, the data is not dynamic. Let's make this dynamic too. Go to page.tsx in app/front/product/slug, and right before product details function, define generate metadata function and export it. We are going to change the title of product details page based on the product name. So we get the params, and from params get a slug. Then from product service, import it, call get by a slug and pass the slug as parameter to this function. Then get the product, and if it's null, show the error message. Otherwise, set the title and description based on product name and description. Save the code, and there we are. It is classic pants. In the product details, instead of getting product from the data.products, we are going to get it from the product service. Change function to async and replace this line with this. Call await product service get by slug and pass the slug from the URL as parameter to get by slug function. Save the code, and there we are. The data in the details is coming from database. Before finishing this lesson, let's fix an issue in the Slug page. Here we have add to cart component. It's a client-side component. I need to convert the product from the server to a plain JavaScript object to get rid of this warning. Only plain object can be passed to client component from server components. To do that, I'm going to define a helper function to convert doc, MongoDB doc to JavaScript object. Go to lib, utils, and define a new function named convert doc to object. It get doc of any type and convert the ID. Here ID is of type MongoDB object ID to a string and then return back the doc. Save it, go back to page, and here call convert doc to object on the product. Import convert doc to object from utils. Save it and restart the project. Then refresh the product details page. This time there is no error. We can do the same for the home page. When we pass the product to the product item, we can wrap it inside convert doc to object like this. Refresh the page and the home page and details page works as we want. Also, there is no error or warning in the console. Great. In this lesson, we changed the source of data from static data.ts to dynamic MongoDB database. Also, we changed the product title based on the product name. That's it about this lesson. Until next lesson, bye-bye.